Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AKAAWOL, and this is day 4 of the Diamonds and Rainbow thing that we've got going on here. If you haven't been following along, this is part of a it started as a blindsided challenge, and I didn't quite like the pattern that I had been given, so I was going to make it different, and then yeah, it just turned into a whole, like, so many ways of doing it different. So this one is actually kind of closer to the original in the sense that we have the same 4 thing in the center, like there's 4 instead of having the dot like we've been doing. But how this one is different is we're not including, if you saw yesterday's video, we just added like a wavy line in between the boxes. We're leaving that out. And if you saw the original Blindsided creations, the problem, one of the problems I had, there was a couple. One of the problems I had with it was that there was a wavy line between the 2 sets of diamonds, but only on one side of it. It didn't happen, like you got diamond and then a wavy line and diamond, and then it didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand. So this is the version that I think I would probably first was going to create, but then I made a mistake and ended up with the with just having the dot in the center, and I kind of wanted to see where that was going to go. So yeah, this is different. This is, mind you, I don't know if these are going to work. Is that right? This is right. Yeah, there we. It's a it's a start. So yeah, it's kind of following the same trend we've been doing. It's been working so far. We've got so far we did 3 successful pattern creations. Could this be the one that finally stumps me? I don't know. We'll see. But so far this week has been a really fun challenge. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I like a good challenge. That's why I kind of took this thing on, was I just thought this would be fun. And I know for some people here this is a very strange usage of the word fun, but yeah, it's like doing puzzles or something, you know, where you have to try to challenge yourself and do something. And each one of these patterns has presented its own little challenge and its own sort of figuring out how to sort it. So again, we're using the whole rainbow, but the green only gets it once. Everything else gets 2, and they all have to stay in the rows. That was one of the problems with that original one, that the pattern from Bracelet book, which I don't know if I mentioned it. It was pattern number 94521. One in this row here came down 3 instead of just the 2. That was just wrong. That one really, that was just wrong. the extra line thing, the zigzag line between it, that's sort of not great, but the having 3 in a row, that was just wrong. So I could kind of go straight, or I could go to the side. Sure. So at this point, just like all the other ones, I am looking for the path that allows me to carry the string through and get to where it's needed next, with trying to do the fewest amount of zigzags or changing up the trajectory of the dark ones. Essentially just trying to make it as easy as possible to knot it out. This part here takes practice. And, you know, because you can hit Control Z, which will back you up a space, or you can just paint over back with the original light blue color and try it again. Or you just fill in all the boxes and then hit save to that. And then if it doesn't work, you can come back and try it again. I mean, there's some possibilities for you. So if you've been following the series so far, we have had some doozies of where the zigzags have been ridiculous. The dark ones, the blacks in this case, were not joining up well and just absolutely just craziness. I think this one, if I had to guess, I'm going to say this one might just go a little bit easier, because we know that the similar, it just had like an extra line thing in it. We know that the similar one sort of worked out okay. So I don't know, we'll see. So far that's kind of crazy, because yeah, maybe the orange comes through there. That's weird. We'll see. All right. Huh. Either the orange goes that way. It could have come out this way. See, that could have gone either way. That really could have come down to here and back. I'm not... So I have some options. If this doesn't work out, I have options. Again, I have options here. See, this can go off of the yellow and come this way. Or it can come this way off the red. I think I'm going to try to stay over here by the red and give the yellow room. I hope that's right. All right. Yellow. Again, we're going to put the yellow on this side over here, the left, so that way we have 3 colors on both sides. The green, blue, and purple will be on the other. Now let's try to keep it over to this side. I can kind of see that the green can go here, come across. Yeah, if we keep it over to the side, this is going to change directions anyways. And then we can come to the orange this way. So I'm trying to, again, find paths that kind of make sense. And trying to kind of hug over to the one side. Here's the same space that we dealt with before. But this way we have a better chance of getting the green through. Yeah, again with the green, just kind of zigzagging in between everything here. Yeah, it can't go over this way. The blue isn't going, and this is a straight row, so it needs to come back this way to come through under here instead, so that way it can be here for this one. That's what I was trying to avoid when I moved the yellow. So this dark one is going to change direction, so this sort of, that right there sort of makes sense. Oh wait, we can go straight here because the blue is going to change directions, and then this works. So it looks like the green still does a lot of going back and forth, but it's not breaking up. If you saw the other one, everything to the right of the green had to stay over there because the way that it just went back and forth, zigzagging its whole way straight down. This one's very different. This one, yeah, so this one turned out kind of better. Yeah, this is less crazy. So this one worked out. Again, we are 4 for 4 now, guys. So hopefully you're impressed with me. If you're really impressed, you can join me over on Patreon and help make these things possible. Yeah, see how that one, a lot of zigzagging for this dark to come around, and just so it can make it over here for all of this. Yeah, but for the most part, a lot of the strings are kind of going straight along. They get kind of thrown off by these diamonds. This is, I think, kind of what really kind of puts the monkey wrench into things, is these 4-way diamonds, the way that they, because you know the ones where we just had the dot in the center, some of those seemed to be a little bit more straightforward. I'm not sure if it was the first or second one. Seemed a little bit slicker, but this isn't bad. Kind of checking how the paths here kind of go. You can follow one string along at a time, and just sort of see how that might go. Yes, I could go either direction, but you know, if you kind of follow along straight, it sort of makes a little bit more sense because that's kind of how you want your strings to go. And you can kind of follow along and see where it would go. Yeah, this one gets used for a while. So yeah, this string would get used up faster than some of its other counterparts. The colors ones though, those, they don't seem to get used that much. I mean, there's only ever a couple, you know, so they don't get used so much. And you know, for a small bracelet, this is fairly complex. You typically, like a 12-string bracelet, they aren't quite this complicated. So yeah, this is kind of neat. I'm not sure that the people that you're selling your bracelets to will necessarily know just how intensive these things are, but this is pretty intense. Maybe not as bad as yesterday's. Yesterday's was pretty bad. But I'm looking forward to making all of these. This should be fun. I probably won't do them all in black though. I'll change up the colors a bit. So you guys haven't figured out, I really do enjoy doing series. It's sort of fun for me to have an idea and then explore all sorts of different possibilities. Even if there's a chance like this was where the whole thing goes south, at least I could show you how and why it goes south. And then we could have actually tried to have sorted it out, right? We could have tried to see if there was alternative ways that we could get the strings through or do something to make it work. But so far my strategy of doing in the colors first seems to pay out, because if we tried to put in these dark ones, like, I would not have known what was okay to do and still have had room for the colors to go through. So this is kind of a thing here. Doing the dark ones after, obviously a little bit easier to, you know, see what's left and see whether it works. So yeah, it totally worked. All right, let's finish this up. Control C, Control V, and flip tool. And anchor the layer. Wow. So there we have it. So this has the bigger diamonds and no extra lines. And yeah, I think that looks really cool. This is the one. I don't know if you guys saw the live stream where I made the other one, the Blindside Creation 2. That was a few weeks ago. Yeah, I was pretty frustrated. I think I'll enjoy this one a lot more. So yeah, thank you for watching this long. If you haven't already, hit like and subscribe if you haven't done that too. Thank you to my Patreon supporters for making all of this possible. I'm really enjoying the series. I have to tell you, this is a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Let me know in the comments. All right, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.